long, but the hitters were able to keep their resolve, and you were able to get some bounce back performances out of the bullpen later on.
You have to, especially in college baseball, you have to be able to win always. And these midweek games have a history at times of being very offensive. They were kind of doing a staff game, and they were running out a guy every inning. We didn't have that intention, but they forced us to probably use some more arms than maybe we thought we might have to. I give them a lot of credit, and they were very offensive. They were on the ball. They were putting it in play. We played pretty good for the most part. Our 2 errors are a pick off and a back pick, so it's not like we were playing good. They were just matching us probably offense for offense there for most of the game.
Was the intent to give Colton some extra work there, but he just didn't have the stuff?
Yeah, he. I felt really good. You got Colton Hartman to start, a midweek game, a guy that started midweek games and ACC games as a true freshman, and I haven't, I didn't think he was that bad. He wasn't giving free bases. He wasn't all over the place. He might have been a little too much of the white and maybe didn't locate as well as he would have liked. But we think Colton Hartman, it is a special arm, and he's super valuable for us. So I just give them credit. I just thought Butler was very offensive. And then I think the highlight, of course, is the young guys. What Jack Brown did to really tame their offense for 2+ innings. And then, you get Ethan Eberle, first career outing on a very offensive night. Wasn't like we ran him out there in a 10-run game. Tucker Bivens in the bullpen getting loose. Like, he's ready to get loose because they could easily have the tie and run in the hole or on base or in the batter's box. So that was good to see. That's only going to help our pitching staff. And of course Wyatt was too. I thought Wyatt was, without having his breaking ball command, man, that fastball was electric. So a lot of good things tonight. Just gave up a lot of runs on the scoreboard.
That was actually leading to my next question. How big is it to have on a night where you combine for 26 runs, to have guys like Brown, Wyatt, and Eberle to go out there and have relatively dominant outings?
It's early in the year, and we feel like we got a really good pitching staff. We don't want guys to get too high when they're having success, but don't need guys to get too low. Ty Stark was close. He came in and got that lefty there in that inning where they had momentum. Of course, we ran him back out there. It wasn't the same guy, but we need Ty to get it going. Lessman has shown he's got it. He's had it before. He's been a little streaky. So I feel good about our depth, our talent, and a 5-game week where you're going into a weekend series here in 2 days, and we're going to need other arms to step up. And I hope, again, you look at Eberle and how convicting he was and aggressive. Like, man, that's pitching right there.
He had a really big offensive day today. A lot of guys got the bats going, and how big has it been for somebody like a Jake Monroe to step right into this program and really step right in the middle of that lineup and be able to keep everything going?
Yeah, Jake kind of earned that. He had a phenomenal year last year in junior college. Great summer in Madison. He was on the Team USA junior college team. Just had a lot of respect. Just when he walked in here, no entitlement, just put his head down, worked. Even though he had the bang up shoulder in the fall, I think all the players knew this guy's just like a hit machine. Just super talented. And yeah, that's huge for us because that stretches out our lineup. We don't have Eddie right now for a short period of time, and that's obviously, you see the talent in Pike, and we give him a lot of at bats. You'll be rewarded for that. Tate Davis is working through some freshman things but man, you see the talent there, and I've said it. We got 12, 13, 14 guys that really could start, so it's nice. It's early, so we need the depth on the mound, and we need it offensively as well.
The big talking point in the preseason, how you have this group of returners, but you also have a bunch of freshmen and a bunch of transfers coming in, so it's the roster makeup's not traditionally what you've been accustomed to, but through the first couple weeks of the season, it seems like they're gelling pretty well together.
Very well. They got along well in the fall and in the winter, and obviously when the lights are on and the season starts, you're going to go through a lot of emotion. So we discussed it. Waves are going to come. But we also said, man, we're out of the storm. Man, this team, we're out of the storm, and we're going forward, and it's fun. These guys are having fun, and it's a talented group, and we got a lot of baseball to play. But you always need freshmen to step up. I mean, as a developmental program, we rely on freshmen. There's always a couple in the lineup. There's always guys that are going to run out there on the mound, and I've been saying it. Last year's group was good. Those are the sophomores now. This year's group is showing us, their talent, and the strength of our program is going to be from those guys that we bring in, and combine that with, we won't say we got lucky. I mean, our guys worked really hard, but we feel like we brought in a special portal group, guys that wanted to be here. They wanted to be here for the right reasons, and I think there was part of them that they wanted to get this program back to where it's been. I mean, we were very upfront and honest with these guys, and I like that they kind of came in here with a little bit of the chip on their shoulder, like, I want to be part of something special. And right, as we're seeing it with our basketball team, as rosters are flipping, and what happened last year really doesn't matter. You can learn from it, but it's a new year, and so right now this group's doing some good things.
How hard is it when you're going through roster changes and things like that, and to try to find guys that fit what you're doing, and that also will be fits with the other guys that you already have here, and to try to get that to gel, because that's almost not really something you can prepare for? Or is that something you can kind of coach and help guys along
with? It's 50-50. I think you try to hit it right on the recruiting side, but the transfer portal, man, it's happening so quick in the summer. You don't have a lot of time. Fortunately, we lean on a lot of people we trust, and coaches and scouts and AAU coaches, and but you got to have a good core group here, and then it's our job as coaches, their job as players to help build that connection piece. It's always been a staple of our program, and we learned a lot through COVID and what we lost, and so we try as coaches to create that connection, but it's got to come from that locker room. It's got to come from the basement, and those older guys, when you bring in Kamayu Neighbors and Garrett Pike and Jake Monroe's a junior college guy. We've always brought in junior college guys, but even the pitchers, Cutts and Peter Michael and Hoyt and those guys, man, they're acting like they just want to be a part of something special. And the disease of me is always going to be there, and we'll fight it at some point. These kids are human, and that's just part of being an athlete. But right now, it's a special group, and they're enjoying winning. So when you're winning, hey man, everybody's pretty happy. But you saw tonight, we got to get better in areas. I mean, there's things we got to improve in, and so we'll address it. Have a good practice Thursday, and we got a big weekend with St. John's.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Okay.